guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's have a look at part 2 about common mistakes in English. And let's go. I love that movie because it's funny. I love that movie because it's funny. Is this sentence right? No, it's wrong. Let me show you why. After because we need a noun and a verb. For example, I like you because you were such a nice person. I moved to Florida because it was too cold in New Jersey. See, you have to add a noun and a verb if you use because in a sentence. So, the correct one is, I love that movie because it is funny. I'm thinking of go to home because I'm tired. I'm thinking of go to home because I'm tired. Let's see what's the mistake in this sentence. If we use a verb immediately after a preposition, we need the gerund. So what is gerund? A verb form which functions as a noun, in English ending in ing. So we can never use the infinitive immediately after a preposition. There are some common prepositions like on, of, before, after, to, in, about, and with. So let's look at some examples. I'm reading a book about starting your own business. After studying all day, I was tired. Besides running, I also like playing soccer. So the recorrection is, I'm thinking of going home because I'm tired. You can't use the infinitive immediately after a preposition. I'm a doctor. So do I. I'm a doctor. So do I. Let's see what's wrong in the sentence. To agree with a statement which has a verb to be, we use the verb to be in a short response, or simply say yes. So for example, he's hungry. So you must respond, so am I. He's hungry. Response, so do I, is wrong. When someone says, I'm a doctor, then you must say, so am I. I go every day to school. I go every day to school. In general, we put frequency expressions. For example, every day, once a month, 3 times a year, twice a day, etc. At the end of the sentence. We add those things at the end of the sentence. For examples, I go to the gym 3 times a week. Some people clean their house every day. We have English class twice a week. So the correct sentence is, I go to school every day. Do you have a dog? Yes, I have. When someone asks a question start from do or does or verb to be, you have to answer them in the same way. For example, someone asks you, do you like your job? Then you have to say, yes, I do, or in negative form, no, I don't. For another example, does he like his job? Then you have to say, yes, he does, or no, he doesn't. When someone asks a question start from the verb to be, are you Michael? Then you have to say, yes, I am, if you are, or if you're not, no, I'm not. Therefore, if someone asks you, do you have a dog? You have to say, yes, I do. Do you like to go to the movies tomorrow night? Let's see. There are 2 main ways to invite someone to go somewhere in English. There are formal and informal ways. The formal way, would you like, plus the infinitive. The informal way, do you want, plus the infinitive. Both forms are correct, but we cannot combine the forms. For example, would you like to go to lunch? Informal way. Do you want to go to lunch? An informal way. So the correct one is, would you like to go to the movies tomorrow night? What are you doing? Right now, I cook dinner. When we talk about something that is happening right now, we use the present continuous. For example, I'm eating lunch right now. She's walking the dog at the moment. We are paying attention right now. Note that some verbs are not normally used in the continuous tenses. We call these verbs stative verbs. Stative verbs include want, depend, remember, believe, and agree. Stative verbs do not involve actions. They are verbs which communicate feelings, beliefs, or mental state. I don't dance good. Good is an adjective. We use it to modify a noun. For example, this is a good book. I had a good day yesterday. Well is an adverb. We use it to modify a verb or adjective. For example, he plays soccer very well. How well do you cook? I did very well on my test. But there is an exception. If we are talking about a verb involving some type of sensation, such as feel, smell, hear, likewise, we use good instead of well. For example, that idea sounds good. It smells really good in here. Likewise, I don't dance well. What did you do yesterday? I did go to the mall. When the question is in simple past tense, the answer must be in the simple past tense. For example, did she go to work yesterday? Yes, she did. If we want to make a statement in the simple past tense, we do not use did unless it is a short answer to a question. For instance, I saw a movie yesterday. I talked to my boss last night. I watched TV on Sunday. So, what did you do yesterday? There is much noise here. For affirmative statements with non-count nouns, we use a lot of. So, the correct sentence is, there is a lot of noise here. How much restaurants are in your neighborhood? We use how much for non-countable nouns such as things we cannot count, like money, water, air. We use how many for countable nouns such as the things that we can count. Therefore, the correct sentence is, how many restaurants are in your neighborhood? I love Brazil because it's too beautiful. We use too before an adjective when there is a greater quantity or number of something that we want. In the above sentence, the speaker is talking about something good, the beauty of Brazil. Therefore, we can't use too. The word very and really are natural. They intensify the adjective and can be used to communicate something good or bad. So the correct sentence must be, I love Brazil because it's very beautiful, or I love Brazil because it's really beautiful. I'm glad we're practicing grammar because I do a lot of mistakes. We make mistakes. We don't do mistakes. Make and do can be confusing, but we make mistakes. So, I'm glad we're practicing grammar because I make a lot of mistakes. Class today was really bored. Some adjectives have ed and ing forms. For example, annoying, annoyed, boring, bored, confusing, confused, depressing, depressed, exciting, excited, frightening, frightened, frustrating, frustrated, satisfying, satisfied, shocking, shocked. The two forms of adjectives are not the same. The ing adjectives are used for nouns that cause a feeling or emotion. The ed adjectives are used to describe nouns that receive a feeling or emotion. Therefore, if there's a noun that calls for feeling or emotions, you have to use the ing adjectives. The class was really boring. I don't have no money. Some languages use double negatives. In English, we do not use double negatives. If we want to say that the speaker has $0, we can say, I don't have any money or I have no money. For examples, he doesn't have any experience. He has no experience. There aren't any parking spaces. There are no parking spaces.